VGK plays on Nevada Day for a sixth time today. Their record 3-2. And no Golden Knights do not only play the Colorado Avalanche, though the two teams meet today. It's just their second meeting. They'll meet today against the Western Conference rivals for VGK. Just the second time on the state holiday. It will be a good test for both teams. More ahead on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi again, everyone. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. Find us wherever you get your podcast. I'm a longtime sportscaster, a marketing consultant, and the host of the Believe in Vegas podcast. Going up tomorrow, we'll have an exclusive interview with Brittany Force. Really fun interview that I recorded today. Chris, the owner of Silver State Cards and Sports and the host of the Hockey News Collectibles Show, starring Chris Golick. Ahead on today's show, we're going to talk locks, props, and Duro Chance. Wow, the intern gone wild. And What the Friday. You can now catch us each day on Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Tune in 1 o'clock, Monday through Friday, SSSEN on YouTube TV or Cox Cable Channel 77. This episode today is brought to you by Gametime. And use Gametime for NHL and all tickets. Download the Gametime app today. So, Chris, contrary to popular belief, popular being you and I, Bruce Cassidy said yesterday that we will not be seeing Noah Hannafin, no Colton Sissons, who's listed as day-to-day. And the Avalanche started out hot, and now they've lost 4 of 5. But each team has just one loss on the season. And the Avalanche are tied with Utah for the top spot in the Central. The Central's been an early dogfight. It's been a lot of fun. Big news for the Avalanche yesterday. The team announced that it signed Martin Necas. Necas extended for 8 years through 2033. This is the first full season with Colorado. It's an 8 times 10 deal. And you know where I'm going with this. Will VGK be able to work out something with Pavel Dorofeyev in that same vicinity? Because I think you could. It's a good comp between those two players. Yeah.
I mean, more assists definitely for Marty Necas than Dorofeyev. Obviously, Dorofeyev seems to be a better goal scorer. This is where the Mika Rantanen comparison is gonna come in. The two contracts were very close. I believe there was a $500,000 in AAV that separated the Marty Necas deal versus the Mika Rantanen deal. And Rantanen, we're talking a 55, a 42, a 36 goal scorer, and 12 points on this young season with the Dallas Stars. Marty Necas has never hit 30 goals. So, I mean, I don't know. I think their owner got a little cheap with the bag right there, unfortunately. In a vacuum, give me Mika Rantanen. I don't know if there was ill will, if he just wanted to get out of there. I don't know what the story was about that, but yeah, that's their reality. So that's what they got going on.
Necas will also be on the Czechoslovakian Olympic team, so that's good news for him.
Got that going for him.
Yeah, and I know that they wanted to get something done, and you just wonder when VGK or if VGK has started negotiations. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, this Dorofeyev situation is certainly getting more and more interesting with every goal that Dorofeyev scores, and it's likely he's going to score a lot more. Speaking of scoring, though, the Avalanche got some firepower. It's not exactly a hot take. MacKinnon, 17 points. Makar, defenseman, 15 points. Marty Necas, 13 points. Lehkonen, 11 points. And Victor Olofsson, 3 goals, 7 assists, and is a -1 on the season so far. So it means he's been out there for like 19 goals, I think, or 21 goals, or however that math works out with the plus minus, not including all the power play situations.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And no, good for him. The IKEA line special. VGK, will they bring up a 7th defenseman for today's game? Does Megna come up again?
Oh, yeah, I think so. It just made sense to get Magna the ice time Wednesday with the Silver Knights. And yeah, more on them and what the Friday later on. Olofsson on a third line with Jack Drury and Gabe Landeskog.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. Wow, he's on the Landeskog line.
He's on the Landeskog line. There you go.
That's another player that makes everyone better around them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the third line too. I mean, this Avalanche team: MacKinnon, Natchez, Lehkonen, Brock Nelson, Colton Nishushkin, Drury, Olofsson, Landeskog. Then the fourth line is Bardakov, Gavin Brindley, young player, Parker Kelly. Round out the defense real quick while we're doing this. Devon Taves, Cale, Makar, top D pairing, Josh Manson, Brent Burns on the second D pairing, Jack Aiken, Malinsky on the third pairing.
Will things get a little dirty with Brent Burns out there?
Not with Brent Burns, he's a teddy bear.
Okay. Who's between the pipes for VGK? Is it going to be Carl Lindbaum? I'd like to see him get more reps. He'll be facing, I'm sure, Scott Wedgwood. Wedgwood, 6-1 out of the chute, 2.59 goals against, 8.99 save percentage. Wow.
I'm sure I'm
a good start. I was a non-believer in Wedgwood.
I'm sure I'm stealing your thunder for what the Friday, but the Golden Knights got a lot of space between games here.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks for stealing my space.
So, a case could be made to run Lindbaum out there just to keep the reps coming in and everything. The way I don't know. I mean, neither goalie has done anything to own the net by any means. Lindbaum's had one start, and Schmidt has been okay. He hasn't been great, hasn't been bad. So a case can be made just to, ham and eggs 50-50, just chop it up and, just kind of see which goalie takes the net and runs with it, right? So I think that would be a fun way for this to play out. I don't think Aiden Hill's returning anytime soon. And the over-under is probably December 1st and a hook or whatever the first game is when, of course,
December
Carter Hart
2nd.
December
December 2nd. Team. Yeah.
So it's December 1st and a hook. There you go.
First and a hook. What do you think the keys will be for the Golden Knights? This is a tough game. I think it will be up and down the ice. I think there's going to be a lot of space, but do you think that the Golden Knights, again, you need to jump out in front of your opponent, and that's something that they haven't been able to do for the most part?
No, they haven't, but they've also been comfortable chasing games too, which is going to help make them stronger throughout the season and definitely come playoff time. So if the Avs do score the first goal, is that going to be the end of the world? Not at all. It'd be nice if the Golden Knights could get God forbid, a 2 or 3 goal lead in this game, but we'll start with scoring first and see what comes from there. If this turns into a track meet, Vegas is in trouble. I mean, yeah, Eichel and Dorofeyev. Outside of that, Marner's got the assists going. Who else is going to have the goals? Who else is going to be scoring the goals? Is it going to be Hurdle? Can Carlson get a couple? Marner. I don't think VGK has the legs to keep up in a track meet situation with the Avalanche.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game.
Oh, for sure.
Do you believe that they only played the Avalanche one time? I felt as though they played them every year. And I know.
No, I'm with you. It felt like that too.
Yeah, they just played them back in the first season. And I'll post the photo for tomorrow. You said Oscar Dansk was between the pipes for VGK, and they were congratulating him. I didn't see the number, but I'll post that photo. I was there at that game 7-0. That was a big blowout in the inaugural season. And why? Okay, I've WTF early WTF. So they have White Cloud and Smith. They're wearing their Nevada Day jerseys, and behind them the Canadian flag. I mean, come on, folks. Coming up next.
That's fair.
We've got our locks and predictions for today's matinee. Stay with us. It's coming up next right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Hockey season is officially here, and nothing beats being in the arena for those big games like the game between VGK and Colorado. Get your tickets because there's probably some really good deals because it's an afternoon game. But let's be real. Getting tickets is definitely could be a total headache between waiting in queues, surprise fees, prices that jump up right before checkout. It's easy to get frustrated, put your hands in the air like you just don't care. And then all you want to do is cheer on your team. And that's where Gametime comes in, the app that gives fans the advantage. It's your ultimate life hack for scoring amazing NHL tickets fast, easy, and stress-free. And, of course, our hack is wait till the very last minute, right, Golick? Wait till the last minute and get the tickets there right before you go in, right before face-off or right after face-off. I recently used Gametime to grab seats, and it could not have been simpler. I had great seats in just a matter of minutes. I love what you can see, like what you pay. No hidden fees at checkout. That is really big. And the zone deals are a game changer. You pick the section, Gametime picks your seats, and you save big. And you can even find NHL tickets for under $25. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL tickets today with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use the promo code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. That's the promo code LOCKEDONNHL, $20 off of your first purchase. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. I know you like this lid. Man. It's the first time I've ever worn anything on the show Golden Knights related. Do you realize that? Did I wear the Carlson jersey the one time? Maybe. I just wanted to show people that I ran it over with my car and you could see the tire tracks. And then I gave it away. But
so what's the story with that hat? Did you run it over? Did you beat up some kid? How'd you get that
No,
hat?
You know what? I might give it away. I might give it away to someone, to some fan. If anyone's in that.
Do you think anyone is going to, if they know who you are, is going to take a VGK hat from you, Tony? That hat is cursed beyond belief.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, is pass it on and just get people.
What if Carlson gets a hat trick at the game you go to against the Leafs? You can toss it on the ice?
Oh my gosh, no.
And then what if Carlson picked that hat? What if he picked that hat, Tony?
I need to get a Marner jersey. I do.
Tony, this is the troll of trolls. Listen, dude. If you go to that game, Carlson happens to get a hat trick, you get that sucker on the ice because they always pick one hat for the display. And like inside the lid, you write something like a note to him, like under the flap or something. This is the troll of trolls in development.
Maybe I'll autograph
on Halloween the 31st.
Maybe I'll autograph it for him and then throw it on.
This is the troll of trolls if this happens.
You like that, huh? Two one-loss teams. I think we're going to be in for a scoring bonanza in this game. I do, unless the Avalanche celebrated Marty Necas's contract extension too much on Thursday night. They possibly could have. 4 elite superstars, or maybe more, on the ice. If you count Dorofeyev, there's so much talent. You have MacKinnon and Cale Makar. You have Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner. And I expect fireworks in this game. I really do. Again, unless it's a guilty game and they went out and they partied, because Martin Necas's big deal. And I'm sure they got him to buy dinner and maybe some shots and some beers and what have you. So that's what I'm saying. I have 6-5, the final. 6-5 final VGK. I'm going to take the Golden Knights 6-5. Marner scores twice and has 2 assists. He has 5 goals and 10 assists against the Avalanche in 14 games. 15 points in 14 games for Mitchie Marner. And I'm also going to go with Cole Reinhardt scoring a goal for the Vegas Golden Knights.
That was a fun job setting the table there. Look at some odds real fast before my locks, and we'll have a little fun with my Doro chance here. This is going to be good. All right, so first of all, you got -110 on both sides for this game. Book thinks it's a pick 'em.
I think it is too. That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm with the books. 6.5 over/under, +104 on the over, -128 on the under. I'm going to go Howden Dorofeyev 6-4 Vegas Golden Knights for my locks.
6-4.
And then the prop that I like in this one, I like this. Now, this is only going to be a small return on your money. It's $10. You get $12 back. So it's basically 10 to win 2. But basically, we are saying this game is going to be decided in regulation. Both sides are going to be +140 for this game to end in regulation. So you bet Colorado, you bet Vegas, as long as the game is settled in 60 minutes or less. But if it's settled in 60 minutes, then you win your bet. You get a little 20% ROI. So that's the prop I'd go with on this one. And then we have the Doro chance. This is going to be a single game parlay around none other than Pavel Dorofeyev. First of all, we are taking a Dorofeyev hat trick. 3 goals or greater, technically, is the bet. 3 goals or greater. And then each period, we are taking Dorofeyev to score 1 goal. So it's only 4 bets in the single game parlay with a potential return. Say this again, potential return. Is it up there?
800 clams. How much?
$5 wager brings you in over 1,200.
Wow.
We need a Dorofeyev hat trick, and he's got to get at least one goal in each period.
You're living on a prayer, bud.
You got to have. You're making a bet like that. You got to feel it.
Have you won any of these bets?
I think it was close once.
Okay.
I mean, you only got to be right once a season for a 240, X return on your bets.
Right. And you're only wagering $5, which is the way to go.
Yeah.
Colorado, I think special teams could decide this. So Colorado ranked 3rd in the NHL in the penalty kill at 90%. So they're ranked 3rd on the kill. So they've done a great job. But Colorado is ranked 22nd in the power play at 17.8%. And VGK with 10 power play goals in 10 games. This could come down to special teams. It could.
I mean, a lot of games, that's kind of how it's going to turn out, right? I mean, a lot of games are, even 5-on-5, and then especially in the playoffs, right? Especially in the playoffs, you get such an even game, and the penalties determine which way the game could go. And I mean, I'll take the Golden Knights in a situation if there's 6-7 penalties called on each team, just a lot of penalty minutes. I'll take the Golden Knights in that circumstance.
Yeah, and Jeremy Lauzon's got to just cool it, man. I wonder. No, I have to wonder if Cassidy's patience is wearing thin. I have to wonder because he's not like, and I know that he said in the preseason
he's throwing his body around though. He
said it's okay if you bring someone to the box with you. That's what Cassidy said, and he's not doing that. It's just him and some knucklehead plays. And your guy Brendan Saad the other night. Oh, nice play, delay of game over the glass. That was your guy. Your guy.
My guy, I'm over Saad. We put him on the milk carton. Once you're on the milk carton, you got to work pretty darn hard to get back into the circle of trust there.
How could Nevada Day have a Canadian flag behind them? I'm so I just can't.
That's a fair chirp, and it's a fair question to ask. And I don't know, like the white jerseys at home. It just I don't know.
I don't like them. I think they should have blue Nevada Day jerseys. I do.
Well, this goes back, and I'll tread carefully here because I want to get anyone more ramped up than I normally do. But this does go back to the NHL changing their initiative regarding specialty nights, where they are not allowed to wear any type of specialty jersey on these days.
So dumb.
The Nevada Day jerseys were great. Like every jersey was amazing. Every jersey was amazing. I'll say it again. Every single jersey was amazing. And what's forgotten on all this is how much money these jerseys used to raise for charity. Watching these players wear them in the warm-ups, and then they sign them, and you are getting an actual jersey that player XYZ wore in the pregame. What I would like to see happen, I don't know if the NHL has any protocols against this, but since the players cannot wear them on the ice for the pregame skate, are they allowed to wear them the day of the like day of game skate? Like today would be the skate because they're not going to practice tomorrow morning. So can teams wear specialty jerseys at their practice? I think that would be super cool and a good way to help raise money. Now, I also know at practice you got, depending on how the practice is, you got players in whites and grays or 4 different color jerseys just for line mates and stuff like I get all that, but it'd be a good way to raise some money. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if they're wearing those jerseys though, and they're pushing them, so they are wearing the jerseys and they're selling them. So that's legal. You could do that by NHL standards.
Well, not in the pregame, and I don't know if you can wear them the day of. I don't know if they're doing like so real fast here. I know we're up against the clock, but like for example, with hockey cards, when you pull a card that has a piece of a player's jersey on it, they have player worn or they have game used. Game used means they actually this jersey that player wore in an actual NHL game. Then they have player worn, where these players literally go to a photo shoot. They don't just put on 1 or 2 jerseys. They put on like 8, 9 jerseys. Like it's crazy. And they put them on, take them off, take them off. And then Upper Deck and all the memorabilia companies snip them up and put them in the cards.
Coming up next, it's that time of the week. It is WTF. Yeah, you just went off there. WTF comes your way next right here on Locked On Golden Knights. The NBA is so back; those totals are over 250 now, whatever. And there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you miss the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything for who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, so check it out, especially when your team's making that late push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head on over to FanDuel.com, sign up, play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the National Basketball Association. Back on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights from Las Vegas, Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick. How about this? We were talking about FanDuel. And Liam Cohen, of the head coach of Jacksonville, preemptive strike before the team comes to Las Vegas and says, hey, you're going to be in Las Vegas and there is no betting, period. You're not allowed to bet. So sports bets, I know that he's concerned about that. Of course, every league is now. He's saying it's a business trip, but there's a lot of concern about players now betting on all sorts of sports. And, the NCAA, they want to allow students, student athletes, to be able to bet on other sports other than college sports. If they're playing college basketball or football, they can only bet on NFL, any professional sports. I think that's a bad precedent, personally. But there's plenty of money to go around, right? WTF, the hat, of course. I have to throw that out there. The hat is, I've never worn anything VGK. Do you remember me wearing it? One article? I got this at Culture Kings, and I said, you know what? I can wear this for Halloween. And so I'll be one and done. You won't see this hat again. Maybe.
Are you helping or hurting the credibility of the show right now?
I don't know, man. Do I ever help it?
This shirt was a free T-shirt toss at the Night of Fire at the Bull Ring for some racing company.
Nice. So let's get into WTF.
Thought you already did.
So all these days off for VGK early in the season. Here it comes. Remember last week, and VGK complained about too many days off. They had 4 days off. They had 4 days off before the first game, didn't they? They had 4 days off, and they traveled a day before, and they went in a day early, and they went to Florida, and all they did was make excuses, rigged. They made excuses about the road trip and too much time off. Well, VGK played on Tuesday, so they have 3 days off to prepare for the Avalanche. And then after this, you want to talk about rigged business. 4 days off for the Red Wings. Are they going to complain? They'll be on home ice. We're not going to complain about getting 4 days off at home. We could go out for Halloween and whatever. And then they can get into the groove every other day after that. When we go every other day, it's rigged. The schedule is rigged. WTF.
It's hard to follow, but I'll do my best. So resale, flipping, buying from column A, selling it in column B has been it's kind of how I started making money when I got out of my regular work and all that. And eventually led to sports cards and things like that. But I still have my flipping roots, I guess. And I've been sweating auctions with a local company called MacBid. Crazy warehouse they have. It's the old Kmart on Boulder Highway. It's huge, by the way. But
that's where that's at. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's super cool, actually. It's super cool in there. So
I saw your photo that you posted.
I bid on 15 computer monitors. Now, it's a pallet. It was listed as damaged goods, just to be completely clear. And I did some research, and everyone said there's probably 3 or 4 monitors that should work, maybe a slight defect, like a tiny scratch, whatever. But some really good, $400 or $500 potential monitors in there. So I took a swing at it, and the look on Amanda's face when I pulled up in a U-Haul, that was priceless. Number one. Number two, she has pulled up a lawn chair and watched me unpack every TV. Plug it in, nope, damaged, throw it out. Plug it in, nope, damaged, throw it out.
Was there anything?
I finally got one in the office. What's that?
There was one good screen.
Well, I finally got one in the office that was really good. It was like 36 inches wide. It was friggin' huge.
Nice.
Get it all hooked up, get under the desk, do everything, whatever, and it's broken. Whatever.
It's broken already.
We're
So
down
you got
to
nothing?
we're down to so, and I had to take all this crap out to the garbage on Thursday night. Also, that was fun getting all that on the curb and everything. But I got 3 monitors in the garage that might work, so we're gonna figure this up. So WTF me number one, real quick. WTF had an up and back. Just more about the Silver Knights. They had a game on Wednesday night. There was about 12 people in the stands, and it got a conversation going, and just more things that have, for lack of a better term, pissed off people when it comes to how HSK has handled business, from not forcing, but making you opt out of Nighthawk tickets. This was one of the things that was absolutely just laughable at first. And a lot of people didn't even see it, that they were getting charged for this. So that, between the concessions and the parking and lack of marketing and not a great in-game experience, and HSK is against it, and people have not forgotten how they were treated, especially the early season ticket holders. And you don't have the deep pockets going to the games and spending money like they do at VGK games. You don't have the families who want to have a night of family entertainment at a hockey game. Notice I said family entertainment, not going to a game, but family entertainment. They don't want to go either. So who is HSK going to draw from now to get people to go to Silver Knight games? So WTF, good luck, HSK. You're doing a lot of things better. Let's be clear about this.
Better team.
You got a long way to go.
All right. WTF, Gary Adrian. WTF, Tony made it through a whole episode without dishing on William Karlsson or saying rigged. Lost my parlay. He lost his parlay there. G-Dub says, Toronto last won the World Series the year that the last Canadian team won a Stanley Cup. A Blue Jay win, good, bad, and different for the hockey psyche of our northern neighbors. WTF there. And there's a lot of stuff here. We appreciate everyone chiming in. Was there anything on YouTube, or did they just, how's my fan?
I'm sure there's something on YouTube. I'm sure they dragged you all week, but by the time I pull it up and everything, we're going to be up.
They're going to love this hat. Someone's going to ask me.
I'm telling you about that hat, Tony. Like, we got to get that thing on the ice for a VGK hat trick.
I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it and give it to Karlsson. Say, hey, I autographed this hat for you.
I thought you're not allowed within 50 feet from any player of the team.
That's pretty good. We appreciate everyone tuning in, especially our everydayers. Thanks for making me laugh. I'm not feeling great, and that was
perfect. We got yap for 25 more seconds, so make something up.
Our everydayers make this show tick. Thank you so much. We'll be back again on Monday, a recap of this weekend's game, and we'll have the preview coming up ahead for Tuesday night's affair. We'll see you again on Monday right here on Locked On Golden Knights.